an interesting topic.
Y'all go.
Black love relationships. It's
It's hard for us. I mean, because it's different. You know, we're from a different generation. Like you say, women are more independent. Men are, you know, black men, we're subjugated to a lot of different elements. You know what I mean, growing up and everything like that. So when you reach our age, you know, 31 and 23, you know, things aren't the same. It's hard. You know what I mean? It's, you know, 50% of people statistically cheat.
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
The marriage rate is at a all-time low. You know what I mean? You rarely hear people say they get married or they're
More
engaged.
divorces than
More
marriages.
divorces than marriages. There's more kids out of wedlock. You know what I mean? For us, it's baby mamas and baby daddies rather than wives and husbands.
Right.
It's a whole different ball game. You know what I mean? So you gotta. You meet these girls at the club, or you meet these guys at the club, and you know you see them either in the banging dress or the fly car, and you know that's just materialistic things. You know what I mean? You got to find out who people really are, what they're about, where they come from, who's your mama. Let me meet your mama. Let me meet your daddy. Let me see your siblings. Let me know where you grew up at. Where'd you go to school at? You know what I mean? You got to. You almost got to. What type of character, what kind of morals you got? Talk about politics and the environment. Just see. You got to see where somebody's head is at to see if you're mentally compatible and spiritually compatible.
First.
The physical will take care of everything. That's the initial. Okay, you cute. I'm cute.
Right.
I like you. You like me. But what other levels can we connect on? What can we connect on and then build on that and then grow on that? That's what it's about. You're going to invest years with somebody, you need to be able to grow and change, you know what I mean, towards a positive direction, not to a negative direction. You shouldn't, after 4 or 5 years, you shouldn't say, I'm tired of such and such, or I can't stand such and such, or I'm about to go out here and holler at this dude because I can't. It shouldn't be about that, you know what I mean? It should be about loving each other, black love. Like she said, it's about the family. You know what I mean? Even
regardless of your material status.
Yeah,
you know,
that shouldn't matter. It should
how
be
much money you make and what kind of car you drive. None of that should matter when you're talking about love. If it's genuine.
If it's genuine.
You know?
If you're really about somebody, you should be able to develop that and grow. You know what I mean? It's, even though my parents got divorced at a younger age, I still, you know, experienced the mom and dad and waking up and seeing mom and dad in the house. And even then, when my mom and dad got divorced, my father actually took custody of me and my 2 sisters. So here you had a single black man raising 3 children, which is, I think, probably almost non-existent in today's society. But my brother right here, he's going to custody battle for his daughter. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of things that, you know, I think black men, it's a lot of us that want to be responsible or willing to take responsibilities, but you know, it's a two-way street relationship. A lot of things that black women have to own up for, and women in general, and black men and men in general have to own up for. You know what I mean? So it's about communication and keeping those lines open. What do you expect from me, and what I expect from you, and if we can come to a mutual understanding, then let's roll with it and keep it moving.
And build off.
Build off that.
Well, you heard from the words of some younger men. And this is a really interesting conversation for me, and we went way over our hour, but it don't matter because I'm the producer, and if we wanted to do 2 hours, then that's what we would do. So what I like to, you know, talk about too is not only the relationship of, you know, in between, you know, what's going on between the man and the woman and all that, but why this hip-hop, now we don't have videos or anything, but I'm not understanding. The other day they had on BET, and I'm going to just say BET, and my grandson was sitting there, and I got embarrassed. I was like, what's she doing? Why is she shaking? Don't have any... Can you please address why the women have to have all this and then be showing off their body and half showing their breasts and showing, and what you call them things, a T-strap or whatever you call them things, is why?
Part of that is like my brother mentioned earlier. It's artistic expression. That is a part of hip hop. You know, the strip club scene.
I mean, it's not so, no disrespect, but it is kind of a male-dominated industry. So you're going to have some chauvinism going on. I mean, it's going to be a lot of, ways of that, that's just how I mean, it's hard to explain that. I mean, it's just men being men, honestly. We're trying to move away from that, you know what I mean, and focus more so on the music. It's too much of that. Obviously, I think it's too many of the cars. It's too much jewelry. It's an excess, you know what I mean, of it's a lifestyle that people today are not really living. It's a dream world that you see on TV. You know what I mean? The media has definitely taken hip-hop and influenced it and projected it in a way that that's not how people live on a day-to-day life. Because when people leave that club, they going back to their job or going back to the hood. And ain't nobody popping Chris or you know what I mean, or girls walking around in two-piece bikinis in the projects. You know what I mean? It's not depicted like that. So it's obviously, I think it's a form of entertainment, so to speak, and take it as entertainment and separate entertainment from reality. So don't take that literally. Right.
And a lot of artists, we have to own up and take responsibility for the images that we put out there and portray. A lot of it is corporate and the labels and, a lot of other people outside of their circle telling them you need to make a
sales
like
and all that type of things, you know what I mean?
What's going to help you sell records, and a lot of people go with that, and they may not be strong enough to say, look, I don't need to do that to sell my record or my album. Yeah. So
it's going
as
back
an artist, you got to take responsibility for what the pictures that you project.
And Nas said hip hop was dead, but I don't believe hip hop is dead. I believe hip hop sold out. You know what I mean? And it's got to get back in touch with its roots and its humble beginnings of, the guys who are coming from that place of, I'm just trying to feed my family, or I'm just trying to get heard, rather than I'm trying to, show off, my $100,000 chain or how many girls I got hanging around me.
Because we all want success, and we all want the finer things in life, but that doesn't define. That shouldn't define who you are.
It doesn't define. It doesn't define you. Right. It doesn't.
Okay, how do you spell success? What is success in your eyes?
Success in my eyes would be establishing myself in the business world, achieving goals and seeing my company and my music go to another level, always progressing and growing, you know what I mean? Internally, financially, everything like that, and being able to accomplish some things and actually, having somebody else come up to me and say, well, I learned from you, or I felt you, or I was inspired by you. You know what I mean? It's a great sense of gratitude, like you say, when somebody actually purchases the CD and then they come back and then you get the feedback and they say, I liked it. Right. You know what I mean? That right there lets you know that you're doing something, or it changed my life, or that I played that song on repeat like 10 times on my way to work, or this and that. That type of thing is success to me, because that means I was successful at achieving what I want to do. I wrote this song so somebody else could feel me, or it helps somebody else get through their day. And then on a more personal level, success would be leaving something behind for, my future kids or my family members, and showing them the way of, being an entrepreneur or pursuing education, or, becoming something in society rather than just, another person. You know what I mean? You gotta have a purpose in life, and that's success. You know what I mean? Finding your purpose in life, pursuing it to the maximum, and staying positive. I think that's what success. It's not about money. You know what I mean? Because the money gonna come. The money moves every day. This is an economy. It's going, the capitalism. The money is gone. You just got to get your cut of the money, but the money is gonna move, regardless of whether or not, it's people making money off you sitting at home. People collect unemployment checks, welfare checks, Social Security, that money, that dollar, like she said, that dollar means nothing right now. So you got to find your sense of purpose. That's what success is, I think.
And creating a legacy, some type of history, that you want generation after generation to be able to look back and know that they come from what we come from, what we spoke on earlier, as far as coming from Egypt and from Africa and the great country that we come from. We want to continue to build off the tradition that they laid out for us. So that's a part of what defines success for us as well.
Okay, good answers. What can I say? And I'm going to put my 3 cents in it. Success is being at peace. If you could find some kind of way to be at peace with what you did or what you're going to do,